arrived in Finland yesterday, and then you came here this morning. How has your stay been so far?
Yeah, it's been really nice. It's a beautiful day, and we just watched the Buzzcocksin, which are one of my favorite bands ever, so that was cool. I've just been hanging out with my band, really. It's good.
Yeah. Well, although your solo work is kind of a stylish, soul-influenced pop music, then you are really into punk music as well.
Yeah. When I was 17, that's kind of when I discovered, the doors of punk opened for me, and it made me feel a lot freer and less restricted, I guess. I think there's a lot about the music industry that kind of, a lot about being a teenage girl that makes you feel bad about yourself, and people tell you have to be a certain thing, and when you get into punk music, it's you're kind of encouraged to stand against the tide. So bands like Bikini Kill and people like Kathleen Hanna and Bratmobile and the Buzzcocksin and the Adverts and Nirvana and stuff become important to you because they make you feel good, I guess. They make you feel like you can be whoever you want to be, and you don't have to be boxed into one thing, and a human being has a number of different emotions and feelings, and they're not based on being perfect or suppressed. So that was
And then you have a side project that plays punk music.
Yeah, a band called The Receders.
Yeah. You play bass in that?
I play bass. Brett Alime plays guitar and John Jackson plays drums. And me and the guitarist both, sing and write the lyrics, and it's really fun. I think we're a really good band, so I really enjoy playing.
Yeah. Well, like you said, Buzzcocksin is one of your favorite bands of all time. So how does it feel to play on the same festival?
Amazing. I'm very privileged to share a stage with them, to meet them, and honestly, they really were the band that helped me write the album Made of Bricks. So I'm very honoured to play with those guys. So it's amazing.
Well, how did you like the show?
I loved it. They're great. They're so much fun. I mean, I'm really impressed that Pete Shelley still has such an incredible vocal range, and can still belt it out and knock out the tunes. And then Diggle's just giving it all on the guitar, and being a showman, and the other guys in the band also just look the part, and they just seem to really gel as a band, and they just seem to not care what anybody thinks, and they just want to have a good time and express their opinion and play their songs, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, how many times have you bumped into them in different occasions?
Only twice. I met Steve last month, I think, in Manchester at a show that my boyfriend's band, the Cribs, were playing at, and I was hanging out with him then, and then today is another. It's the second time I've kind of bumped into them, so it's been really nice to see to hang out.
Yeah. Well, is there some musician that you haven't met that you would like to meet someday?
I'd really, really love to meet Joan Jett.
Okay.
Because she's amazing, and I'd also really, really love to meet Kathleen Hanna because she's also amazing.
Yeah. Well, you were born and raised in London, and I have to ask this: do you support any football club?
No.
Are you into sports at all?
Not really. No. I like swimming. I like to swim. I like to ride my bike. I always am impressed by the Tour de France, but I'm not really a sports person. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I'm impressed by sport. I'm impressed by the Winter Olympics, and also by gymnasts. When I watch Olympics, gymnasts that do Olympics and stuff like Cirque du Soleil, I find that all seriously impressive. So but I'm not really I don't do it myself, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I'm an Arsenal fan myself, so I always ask this different artists. But although you have released two successful solo albums, there's still on occasion you find articles that comparing you to Lily Allen. But are you getting tired of that?
I was, I guess. To be honest, it was more with my first record. I found that really frustrating because you really want to make a stamp on your own and you feel like you have so much to prove. But having had a second record now, I feel like the comparisons aren't really happening that much. I haven't heard a comparison like that for a long time. So, and I think if you listen to our music, we're both very different artists, and I think that anyone who knows anything about music can hear those records and think, oh, they're completely different people. And yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, Kate, Nash, after the show, what are you planning to do?
I'm gonna probably party because I haven't. I've got about a month off, so I'm gonna just chill out and have a good time and like have a drink with the Buzzcocks.
Yeah. Well, thank you for this, Kate, and have a great show here.
Thank you so much. Thanks.